they air. Only on abc.com/daytime.
Yeah. Hi.
Thought you left.
No.
With a downpour.
Bob came by. I must have dozed off. What's the matter?
He's gone. Yeah. I don't know where and we didn't know when. We just discovered she was missing. I've been out in the neighborhood looking for her, no luck. Oh, Frank, I thought maybe she came by here or maybe called you.
Go back and get some sleep. It's not your job to look after Dee. Besides, we both know where she is. I'm sure Roger was waiting up for her.
Well, I didn't want to go by there at all unless I checked with you first.
Neither one of us is going after Dee. As far as I'm concerned, Roger is welcome to her.
Frank, she took little John with her.
What?
Yeah, out the back door and into the rain without saying anything to any of us.
She is not going to drag that baby into this. She's already hurt him physically, damn it. Now, she's not going to wreck him emotionally. I'll have him back here so fast your head'll spin.
Oh, look, Frank, look, maybe she did go to Rogers, right? Fine. Well, maybe she didn't, too. Your mother's worried. She's done something unpredictable.
I doubt it.
Well, no. You know how Dee is when she gets going. I mean, after you left, she got hysterical. I mean, she kept yelling at me and carrying on till your mother put her foot down and gave her a good stiff talking to.
Good for Mom.
Well, I'm not so sure. I think maybe what Dee needed was some sympathy. I mean, I was pretty rough on her, Frank. When your mother took off on her, too, well, she said that she didn't have a friend in the world. We were all against her, and... Well, look, Frank, if she doesn't think she has a home anymore, and if she just grabbed the baby and ran away, well, Lord knows where she went.
What'd she take with her? Did she pack her makeup bag or anything like that?
No, nothing. Just a purse. And nothing for the baby. Not even a teddy bear.
No, well, she couldn't have had more than a few dollars on her. Well, I'll call Bob, and then I'll start with Roger.
Yeah, look, I'm going to call Frank, Pat on the other phone. Maybe she checked in with him.
Bob, sorry to wake you.
Frank?
Yeah, look, when you went over to Rogers, was Dee there?
No. I told him to stay away from her. Even had to punch him in the face. She's not with your folks?
No. She took off with little John. Nobody knows where.
Oh, Dee. Look, I'll go by Rogers, do a real search, okay?
No, thanks. I'm gonna have a word with him myself. You just call in if you hear anything, okay?
Yeah, sure, you too. Listen, I'm gonna get dressed. I'll be down to the office in about an hour or so, okay?
Okay, yeah.
All right, Frank, they can't be far.
Yeah, well, I hope not, because little John is gonna be too happy without his bear. Look, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
No, Pat hasn't heard from her. Listen, Frank, let me go along with you, all right?
Look, I'm not gonna get violent. Don't worry. I just want you to go home, stick by the phone, in case Dee calls there, right?
Look, son, if she is at Rogers...
If she is, then we were all right, eh?
Yeah, well, look, Frank, supposing she isn't at Rogers... I mean, now, she swears that Father McShane and Jill will back her up about this blackmail thing.
Oh.
Frank, don't you think you ought to check with them, too, before you make any final decision about ending the marriage?
Look, right now, my really only concern is the baby. When I know he's safe, then I'll talk with Father McShane. I've already tried to call Jill, but she's just not home. I have a hunch she's away somewhere.
Believe it or not, we are here.
Yeah.
This light is not working.
We even made it before dawn, for goodness sake. Hey.
Welcome.
Hers is Erica Kane.
I want to be special, and I'm going to be.
She's never faced a challenge like this.
Oh, my God.
This week, Susan Lucci like you've never seen her before.
Why do you have my face?
Watch All My Children, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 8 on SoapNet.
I've never been happier.
That makes two of us.
We are finally moving on from Lisa.
A jilted ex.
Lisa is unbalanced mentally and emotionally. She's just as obsessed with you as she ever was.
Patrick is going to pay for the way that he treated me.
Out for one final act of revenge.
You're going to be dead in an hour. You can't leave me down here.
But next week, the tables will be turned. General Hospital, weekdays on ABC, weeknights on SoapNet.
If you have trouble sleeping, the chances are you may have tried one of these sleep aids. They all contain diphenhydramine, a substance commonly found in cold medicine. As a medical doctor, I personally don't like to recommend any sleep aid to my patients that contains diphenhydramine. That's why these days I recommend Ultero. Ultero is a blend of 3 safe and effective ingredients: valerian, L-tryptophan, and melatonin. Ultero is like 3 sleeping pills in one. I believe Ultero is a wonderful, safe, and effective sleep aid.
Try Ultero in the original tablet or the all-new fast-acting liquid form.
Have you met your skin twin? CoverGirl True Blend has skin twin technology. Other makeup can sit on the surface of your skin so it looks like makeup. But True Blend has skin twin technology to actually merge with your skin. You get skin twin coverage that's perfectly true.
And you're more perfectly you.
Plus, with True Blend, you always get a perfect match. If you're a shade 1 here, you're a 1 here and here. How easy breezy beautiful is that? True Blend from CoverGirl.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Talk to me.
I want $1 million. I want a helicopter to take me to the airport. And when I get there, I want a fully fueled plane waiting. And if my demands aren't met, I eat one of the hostages.
Did he say eat?
Yeah, you heard me. Eat.
Psst. I think he's gonna eat Gary.
And it's gonna be delicious.
Does your shampoo leave residue here, there, everywhere? Go Pure, go green. New Pure Clean from Garnier Fructis. With 92% biodegradable formulas, there's nothing to weigh you down. No dulling residues, no heavy silicones, with antioxidant fruit extracts. It's proven. Pure health, pure shine. New Pure Clean from Garnier Fructis. And now Pure Clean Style. All day hold and no additives. New Pure Clean Style.
If you're not sound asleep in a half hour, so come on right here and watch the sunrise.
No, I just may do that.
Oh! I never realized how much I miss this place until I come back. Faith comes out almost every weekend, but I just haven't had the time. We used to have so much fun when I was a kid out here. My father would build a fire, and then I would go running for the marshmallows or the popcorn, or both. And the agreement was we could have our goodies if that fire would light with one match.
I hope it always did.
No, not always, but enough to make us happy. My dad used to wear this when he went fishing. He said that it brought him good luck. You know, last fall, I helped him close up the place. We came out here. And he left all his favorite things exactly where they belonged. It's strange, but out here, it's like everything is just waiting for him. And in the city, I really know he's dead.
Kind of like that.
Yeah. I have a real strong sense of him right now. Poor Seneca. Listen, you're probably ready about to drop. So, the bedrooms are upstairs, and you may have your pick.
I am not tired. I'm enjoying myself.
I have not let you get a word in edgewise since we left the city.
No, not true. I asked you a lot of questions, and you came up with some very interesting answers. Listen, after my week of isolation, it was a real treat.
What a way to spend your first night of freedom. I mean, sitting by the side of the road waiting for a tow truck. Of all the stupid, ridiculous things to happen to that car. I mean, how does a fan belt break, and why did it have to happen in the middle of nowhere?
Now, come on. A gas station had road service, had a mechanic who knew what he was doing. We're really very lucky, you know.
Oh, now, you have to admit that road service was a bit slow.
Can I tell you a secret? I am very glad that he couldn't find that truck any sooner.
Uh-huh. So I could sit there and tell you my life story?
Of course. Thank you for giving me all the background about you and Frank. It's never been very easy for me to share my feelings. It's wonderful that you can. Just things come naturally or not at all, huh?
Seneca, you are so wrong. Up until a couple of years ago, I kept everything inside. And very well hidden from the world, and sometimes from myself, too.
I don't think I believe that.
Well, it's true. Scout's honor. I don't know if I can share my feelings now and talk about them comfortably. I think it's because of Frank. He taught me how to do that.
Is that what you meant when you said he changed you?
I think that's a lot of it.
I am a real wipeout when it comes to communication on that level. Just when I should open up, I start to withdraw, you know?
Oh, come on. You don't retreat completely. I mean, we've had a lot of personal conversations lots of times.
Yeah, sure. After you've worked very hard to try to bring me out of myself, you won't let me run away.
That's true. I mean, I do try to, stop you when I think you're about to retreat. Does that bother you?
No. In fact, it makes me very grateful.
Well, don't make me work too hard out here. I mean, you have to come right out and tell me a couple of things, like, how much privacy you need. I mean, the house is big enough so we don't have to see too much of each other. You can have no company or as much company as you please.
Thank you.
My bedroom's upstairs and so is Faith's. You're welcome to use hers or, I don't know, you could use the bed down here. My dad, he'd like to sleep down here because he could watch the fire and have midnight snacks and stargaze out on the deck. Seneca? Would you please tell me how you'd like to work this?
Yeah, okay, look. I will sleep here, and I'll take as much of your company as I can get without intruding, all right?
Okay, it's a deal.
Yeah. It is also morning. I feel terrific.
How come we're not exhausted?
We had an adventure.
What you had was an evening in your lawyer's disabled car.
No. It was an adventure I had with my lawyer, who was also my very good friend. That's one good thing I got out of that whole trial, my friendship with you. Hey, poor old Roger, he finally did me a favor without even knowing it. Have to thank him one of these days.
Yeah, who is it?
Frank Ryan, let me in.
Look, I'm not talking to anyone at this hour.
Open up or I'll kick it in.
Look, Frank, I'll see you about 10 o'clock. All right, cut it out. I'm coming. Look, is that all you and Bob Reed understand is punching and kicking? Instead of trying to understand...
Where's Delia?
I assume she's at your house.
Listen, if you get cute, I'll kick your face in. Now, just tell me. Is Delia and little John in this house?
Look, I don't... Frank, I haven't seen her since she walked out of here last night after you. You say little John's with her?
Yeah, he won't be for long.
Look, Frank, just go ahead and search the house, and if they're here, they're hiding from me, too. Look, what time did they leave?
Never mind. Just tell me when you're expecting her.
Frank, I'm not. I was sound asleep until you started banging on the door. What time? It's about 6 in the morning? Look, I haven't heard or seen from anybody since...
Since about 2 a.m. when Delia called you. Now, what did she say? Where's she taking my son?
Look, Frank, we're on the wrong wavelength. I don't know what she's done with little John. She didn't call me. I wish to God she had.
If you're lying, heaven help you.
Frank, after last night, I have no reason to lie to you.
Roger, I'm not going to lay a hand on you for sleeping with my wife. I can't spare the time. But if Delia does something crazy and something happens to that little boy, I swear I'll take it out of your hide. I'll lay aside a whole day for you, and I won't need any of my friends to help me either. That's a promise.
All right, you do that, Mr. City Councilman. Yeah. Frank, what do you mean something crazy? Do you really think she's that upset?
You're her lover. You ought to know what she's like. Or maybe she's never done her desperation number with you. You have some fascinating times to look forward to.
Look, Frank, I'm sure that little John is all right.
He will be all right when I get him home.
Frank, look, I want you to understand that as far as I'm concerned, little John belongs with your family and in your custody. It's only Delia that belongs here.
She agreed to that?
No, but in time, I think she will. Frank, I'm not after a fight or a big scandal. I just want what's best for all of us. Look, if Delia comes here with me, that'll leave you free for Jill. Look, listen, we don't need any publicity. And this doesn't mean it's going to hurt your political career. And I'm sure after a while, when you're settled in Congress, you can get a discreet divorce.
Sort of a swap, huh? Your sister for my wife?
I'd call it a sensible adult arrangement.
I'd call it a setup for lifelong blackmail, your specialty.
I am serious about Delia. I care for her.
To hell with you and your serious feelings. You are welcome to Delia. I can't think of two people who deserve each other more.
Frank!
No, don't tell me any more about my wife or my career, my future happiness. I gotta find my son.
Frank, if she shows up here with little John, I'll tell her your word.
You tell her the whole family is terrified and that she'd better call home right away. We'll have somebody come over for the baby.
Hello, Don. It's Mary.
Sweetheart! Hey, where are you? I thought you had a few days left on your boat trip.
We do. I'm calling you from the River Queen. You can get a phone hookup if you need one.
Oh. Well, how's my girl? You're having the time of your life.
I can't wait to tell you. Everything's been absolutely terrific. How's the family?
Oh, fine. We all miss you a hell of a lot. Is that why you called, just to say hello?
Well, no, not really. Actually, I know this is going to sound a little silly, but I had an awful dream about Frank last night. Ever since I woke up this morning, I've been sure something's wrong. Jack said I might as well call you just to be reassured that there's no trouble and that I can forget about the dream. Probably just getting homesick, huh?
Well, I don't know, honey.
Is Frank okay? Duh. What's going on?
She wants her family back, but there's one person standing in her way.
You knew that John was the father of my baby!
This week,
It's over, Marty. You're done.
only one will be left standing. And Roger Howarth is back. Watch One Life to Live, weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 9 on SoapNet.
Paxil, Zoloft, and Depakote, if taken during pregnancy, may cause birth defects. If you or a loved one took Paxil, Zoloft, or Depakote during pregnancy and your child was born with a serious birth defect, you may be entitled to a cash award and medical expenses. If your child suffered a serious birth defect and you took Paxil, Zoloft, or Depakote during pregnancy, call 1-877-399-5799 now.
There's a place called Hidden Valley where kids not only eat their vegetables, they can't get enough. Hidden Valley Ranch makes vegetables delectable. There's more from Hidden Valley than just ranch flavor. There's Farmhouse Originals with flavors like blue cheese, Southwest Chipotle, and creamy balsamic. Farmhouse Originals give this valley a whole new flavor.
Get ready to be blown away this May, because The View's on fire. This week, Ellen Pompeo shares some good dish on Grey's Anatomy. Plus, Cher's son, Chaz Bono, bravely shares all.
I don't remember anything from my early childhood.
And watch out, casino stealer Kristen Wiig is here. Then next week, Top Dog American Idol judge Randy Jackson, Grey's Anatomy star Chandra Wilson, and Harry Potter heartthrob Daniel Radcliffe. Is he ready to move on to bigger things? Find out here. May is big on all new Views on ABC.
Oh, Mary, it was a terrible row. Dee was hysterical, and then Frank in a rage at her, and then at Pat. And halfway through the whole thing, Delia comes in with the baby. Well, for Frank, that was the last straw. He walked out.
Oh, Duh. I really can't believe this. Delia and Roger Coleridge?
Yeah. Well, right now, we're worried about that baby.
You have no idea where she might have taken him?
Well, if she didn't take him to Rogers, we just don't know.
Now, hold on a minute, will you? Delia ran out in the middle of the night and took little John with her. She was more upset than she usually gets, huh?
Well, it was about as bad as I've ever seen her.
Oh, don't pray. She wouldn't do anything foolish, would she?
Well, I can't answer that any more than you, sweetheart.
Oh, hasn't she put Frank through enough misery? How dare she take that baby away? She just wants to use him to bargain her way back into the family again. Oh, Frank must be so scared and hurt by this.
Oh, yeah, you bet he is. But he isn't talking about it.
How's Mom holding up?
Well, of course she's worrying sick about the baby. She didn't sleep a wink last night. I hope she's dozing off now, though.
Look, I'm gonna come home. I'll try to get a flight back today.
No. No, sweetheart, there's not a thing you can do here. I wouldn't interrupt your honeymoon for anything.
No, we've only got another day and a half. I just spend the whole time worrying about you guys anyway.
Well, Mary, if you hadn't called, I certainly wouldn't have told you about it till you got home. Please,
I
dear.
believe I had that dream last night because it has some significance. Now, don't argue with me. I'll let you know what time we're arriving.
All right, fine. I guess you can be a big help to your mother and me. Frank's gone into a fine black rage.
Tell him I'll be there as soon as I can.
Yeah, I will. I didn't say this before, but he's suffering all kinds of feelings. Guilt and regret and rage. And the awful thing is he's not sharing it with any of us. But I kind of think he'd share it with you.
Yeah, I hope so. I'll see you soon, Doc. Bye-bye. Jack.
I hear you're right. You want to forget the rest of our honeymoon, go home?
They need me. I've got to be where I can help my mother and my father and Frank and little John. Don't you understand what's happened?
I understand that Delia's turned the tables on Frank. Big deal. What I don't understand is where you come in.
I'm Orion. That's where I come in. All right, I'm Mary Finelli now. And I'm your wife. But they're my family, honey, and they need me. My brother and little John are in desperate trouble.
And wasn't Delia in the same kind of trouble for 3 years?
No, she was a whining, screaming baby, and she drove Frank to Jill. Well, she's got to have everything her way. She's got to have Frank, she's got to have the family, and now she's got to have Roger Coleridge. And she's going to use little John as bait.
Johnny asked you to come back?
Nobody wants me to. I could tell. Jackie sounded just awful, and I know Mother's got to be worse. He said Frank's not talking to anybody. I know that's where I can help.
Come on, Mary. I mean, if Frank can't manage without his little sister, this is a chance to learn.
Look, all I can tell you is that that's where I need to be. Will you call the airline?
We're so excited about today and tonight in New Orleans. Gonna get all dressed up to the French Quarter. Last couple of days of our honeymoon were very important. Till you made that phone call. Think again, Mary. We don't have to go. Operator, connect me to the airlines in New Orleans.
Next, take a trip to the Upper West Side on Ryan's Hope. Later, spend some time in Genoa City with the Young and the Restless. Only on SoapNet. Who's coming and who's going? SoapNet has the status update on your favorite stars. On General Hospital, Bruce Weitz is back as gangster Anthony Zaccara.
It's some turn of events.
On The Young and the Restless, Emily O'Brien is saying goodbye to Genoa City.
Another time?
Daytime favorite Tamara Braun is Taylor on Days of Our Lives.
Okay, I'll drink to that.
And on One Life to Live, Roger Howarth is back in Landview.
I have to be with my family.
Keep up with the latest status updates on SoapNet.
For me? Your favorite toy? I couldn't. You're gonna want Mr. Fuzzy Man even more now that we've discovered Beneful Playful Life. With real wholesome ingredients like beef, egg, and even oatmeal. Extra protein for strong muscles. So you're ready for anything. You think you're getting spoiled, but it's so good for you, too.
Beneful Playful Life. Another healthful, flavorful Beneful.
On today's show, keep your photos right at your fingertips.
Literally. Okay, can you zoom in on this?
Oh.
Okay, this is my boyfriend. This is my mom and dad. Robin, you okay? What you doing?
Oh, dealing with a slight underwear malfunction.
Oh, you need Hanes panties. They don't ride up.
Yes, please. Hey, wardrobe.
And now a word from Hanes. Hanes panties. So cute and they don't ride up.
We He asked Bradford Anderson to name all the Spinelli nicknames he could remember. Go.
Stone Cold Mr. Serpacino-esque one, Maximista, Blonde One, Original Blonde One, Prince Pectoral, Big Daddy Stone Cold, the Goddess, the Divine One, Bad Blonde One, the Demented One, the Valkyrie, the Brusque Lady of Justice. I could be here for literally 3 days, probably.
See who Spinelli will nickname next on General Hospital. Weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet. People are talking about General Hospital's Sean Butler. Patricia Rich posted on Facebook, he is a good-looking bad boy with a good side. I'm really digging this one. Elizabeth Cross agrees. Oh yes, he is a sexy man. Suki Williams-Ellis adds, I trust my eyes when I look at him, and they like what they see. Judy McCoy says, good choice, GH. And Kathleen Hahn sums it up, so damn hot. People are talking about General Hospital. Weekdays on ABC and weeknights at 10 on SoapNet. Want more of your favorite soaps?
That's great.
Log on to abc.com/daytime. Watch current full episodes of All My Children, General Hospital, and One Life to Live.
Online critics love it.
Plus, get exclusive sneak peeks of what's coming up next.
Sounds like a thumbs up to me.
Connect with other fans to discuss what's on your mind.
I always want to hear what you have to say.
And check out the 101 galleries to get an intimate look at the history of your favorite characters.
That's the best news I've heard all day.
Find it all now at abc.com/daytime.
Right. Okay. What will it be? A swim, breakfast, or a nap?
You choose.
No, you choose.
Well, I'm not all that hungry. I had 5 packages of peanut butter crackers at the gas station. So...
8. But who's counting?
I see. Okay. A swim, breakfast, a nap. I'll have all 3 in exactly that order.
Good. I was hoping you would. Oh, it is going to be a heavenly day. I think we left all that rain behind us in the city.
I hope I left more than that. I'd like to put the trial, 5 days in jail, a week in jail. All the things I lost behind me while we're here. I'd like to use this little bit of time well, you know? Let myself feel better, get stronger. I told you that I might block you out and ignore you, but it's not going to happen.
It's all right if it does.
All right. This particular moment, I can't imagine feeling isolated and alone.
This is just the beginning. Wait till you've had a couple of days of sun and sea air.
Yeah, well, maybe then I'll be able to think about what I'm going to do with myself when I get back to the city. Hey, you said that this house could work miracles. I'm going to put it to the ultimate test.
All right, I will too.
Oh?
Uh-huh. I mean, if you can go back and face your future without Nell and the structure you're used to in your career, then I can face my future too. We'll see just how much restoring power this place really has.
You're facing up to your future without Roger.
Without Roger?
Ah.
Without
Frank.
Yeah, without Frank.
With it there, Frank? Nobody at Rogers but Roger.
Well, maybe Roger's got some idea of her plan. She could have called him, Frank.
No. For what it's worth, he says he knows nothing. And he's generously offered to give me custody of my son, whose whereabouts don't concern him in the least. I had to get out of there fast.
Lord. Frank D's been away too long without calling. She doesn't do this.
Da said that he was frantic.
Yeah, I know. When I talked to her, she was crying so hard she couldn't even talk. Look, I'm going to call the precinct. They can send out a bulletin, then we better contact everybody we can think of. Frank, it's just as good she's got little John with her. She's going to be more careful with him around anyway.
When Dee gets this angry and this upset, there's no telling what she'll do. Believe me, I know.
In Port Charles, revenge is a priority, relationships are disposable, and good medical care is a necessity. Keep up with this fast-paced city with an all-new episode of General Hospital, weeknights at 10 on SoapNet.